Hey everybody, welcome back to my BakeLikeAPro YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to be making a very moist, very dark chocolate cake, and you're going to love this recipe. We're going to start off with 150 grams of all-purpose flour. That is equal to 1 cup. 100 grams of vegetable oil. This is equal to half a cup. 125 grams of buttermilk. This is equal to half a cup. 200 grams of granulated white sugar, and that is equal to 1 cup. 125 grams of hot water. This is equal to half a cup. 5 grams of baking powder. This is equal to 1 teaspoon. 1 large egg. 2 grams of salt. This is equal to half a teaspoon. 50 grams of cocoa powder. This is equal to half a cup. And I am using Dutch processed cocoa powder in my recipe today. And our last ingredient, 5 grams or 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. So that's it for all of the ingredients, so let's get started. And I just want to mention, even though it looks like there are a lot of ingredients here, this recipe comes together in just a couple of minutes. It is super, super easy. So into a bowl, I'm going to add my egg, my oil, my salt, my buttermilk, vanilla, and grab my mixer. I just want to break the egg down. Always start your mixer on low. That's good. I'll add in all of the sugar. And then our hot water. The water does not have to be boiling. And then to show you how easy this is, I'm not even going to mix any of this stuff. I'm just going to get it all in there. But you do want to sift. So I always like to get the cocoa powder in first. And then the flour and our baking powder. And then make sure you always look around your table to make sure that you have not forgotten anything. And I'm just going to push that through. That's good. I'm going to take my mixer. I just want to mix this a little bit just before I turn it on. And then just speed number 1. And that's it for the recipe. This is super, super easy. And you are going to be amazed how dark this cake is. Very, very moist and tender. There's acidity in the buttermilk, which makes this a very super tender cake. You want to make sure you get all of the lumps out. I'll just increase it to number 2. And that's good. And now we will fill our tins. And this recipe will give you 4 extra bonus cupcakes. What I'm using here is a mini bundt pan. This is a 3-cup model. And I'll just show you the little thing that came with it, just to show you. Nordic ware. Really cute. I love the size of this. You know, sometimes you just don't want a very large cake, and this little pan here is perfect. I got that on Amazon, by the way. So we're going to grab our batter, make sure I'm on camera, and then very carefully pour it in. And I forgot to mention that I did oil the pan. So I just used a little spray, but you can use some butter with a little brush or oil. Now, I made this a few times. I just want to make sure that I have enough for the 4 cupcakes. And I do have my oven preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to bake this cake about 25 minutes. Okay, that's perfect. So as I said before, this is a 3-cup model. I base my cup on 250 milliliters, so 250 by 3 is 750 milliliters. So that's the volume of this tiny pan. So now I'm going to pop these into the oven, 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I'll bake everything off and then I'll come back. So here we are again. I baked my cupcakes for exactly 25 minutes and my little bundt cake, this was done for 30 minutes. And this smells amazing. Right now, these just came out about 1 minute ago. They're extremely hot. These here, you could actually lift out if you wish and just pull them out and let that heat start dissipating. So get in there and just pull those out. Ooh, hot. Just like that. We'll move the pan out of the way. Bring those back up here. Oh, I can feel how nice those are. These smell amazing. There we go. The cake, we want to leave this in here no longer than 15 minutes, and then we want to unmold it. So I'm going to let it cool down a little bit. Right now you can't do it. The cake would actually fall apart. You have to let the cake cool down enough so the fats inside the cake actually hold the cake together. Then we'll flip it over and unmold it. The glaze that I've chosen for this cake, you'll see me pouring that on at the end. It's a glaçage miroir, which means a mirror glaze. You can find that recipe in the description box below this video. I will also put it at the end of the video. So at the end of the video, you'll see a little screen come up and you can actually touch the screen on your iPhone or Android device and it will send you over to that glaçage video so you can watch how that mirror glaze is made. So we'll let this cool down and then I'll come back. So this is about 15 minutes later. I'm just going to remove this. It's quite hot still. And I'm going to take it and just flip it over. Oh, that's nice. And then try to lift this off and hopefully we get a clean break. Oh, look at that. Perfect. And you can see a little bit of steam coming off of there. And that's one of the reasons why you want to get this off. First of all, if it cools down too much, you will actually have it sticking inside. The other thing too is that it stays in here. The condensation, the heat that's coming out creates condensation inside here, and then it creates a little bit of dampness on the outside of the cake. So that there is perfect. So at this point, very, very hot still, so we just need to let this completely cool down. Now that my cake is completely cooled, we are ready to glaze it. In today's video, I am using a mirror glaze, and if you want to see that recipe, make sure you check at the end of the video. There's going to be a touchable link, and also underneath this video in the description box, I'll put a clickable link as well. So I'm just going to slowly start getting this all over our cake. And it doesn't matter if it's perfect, we'll just get it just like this. I'm going to check it in a second. Just all over. This smells amazing. This is really, really good. So the full recipe will be in another video. I'll show you how to make this mirror glaze from start to finish. Make sure I'm getting everywhere. And what's great about this glaze is that you can reuse it. That looks good. And I think that looks pretty good. What's great about this cake, hours later, when this has set, it will still have the mirror glaze. So at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let this completely set, and then I'll come back because I do want to show you this in a number of hours from now to show you that it still has that really nice mirror finish. So to finish off our video, I'm going to cut into our cake now. I wanted to let you know that this is over 2 hours later, and you can still see that the glaze is really giving off that mirror effect, and that's exactly what I wanted on this cake. So let's cut into it. Just cut right into here. Oh, look at that. Clean off my blade. So this is a mini cake, so good for a few people. Bring my plate over here, and let's just get in here. I'll just show you how nice this cake looks. Let me just tilt that up. Look at this cake. Let me get on camera here. Super, super dark. I'll just get that right on there. Now let's flip it over. I'll turn that around, and I do want to zoom in on this cake. So now that I've zoomed in, hopefully you can see how dark this cake is, and I'm going to turn it around and you can see that glaze as that still, look at that nice shine to it, that little mirror finish that we wanted. And there we have it, and I'm going to go in for a little bite. I want to just get this on camera so you can see how moist this cake is. Watch this. Look at this. Amazing. Look at that. And of course I've got to go in for a little bite. Wow, that is amazing. That's all I can say. Yum. That is really good. I have to say this right now. This is one of the best cakes I have ever made. I hope you try this recipe out. Let me just zoom out a little bit so that we can get the cake back into view. I've just zoomed out so that you can see how nice this cake looks. Amazing cake. I hope you try it out. Do exactly what I did in the video, and you will have exactly the same results. So that's it for this really fun video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you wish. I really do appreciate that. If you're on Facebook, check me out at facebook.com/BakeLikeAPro. Check me out also on Instagram at BakeLikeAPro. That's it for now, and I'll catch you on the next one. I gotta go in for another little bite. This is amazing. It just melts in your mouth.